Hey guys, a little bit of a weird video today. I'm on my way to work on the car again. As you can see, I'm driving it. Long story short, I'm really behind on getting the videos together. The crappy part is I actually got the Lexus manual swap and driven home at this point, about 2 months after I bought it. So yeah, my bad on that. I wanted to get a whole video going for the manual swap, but between it being at a buddy's house and, you know, him being pretty busy, only had about one free Saturday. We had to try and get everything done. So out of respect, I wanted to just be as easy as possible because I wasn't even sure if this manual swap would work. But I'm sure you can hear it's very loud in here. I'm really hoping this helps. But yeah, so the manual trans swap went pretty well. Actually, like, everything bolted up. The only problem we had was figuring out the slave cylinder. I ordered a W58 clutch fork and a slave cylinder, but the slave cylinder didn't work, so I ended up having to use like a Tacoma slave. But it's just really, really close, and I'll eventually do like a overview on the manual swap just to show you guys how everything went together. I've also got a coilover install coming, brakes install coming, and then kind of like an exterior reveal. But anyways, here is a clip of the first drive.
Shit, it's moving on its own power.
Feels good. It just noisy as hell. Sounds like metal, but I don't know.
What?
It sounds like metal clanking a little
Clanking?
bit. Yeah, up in the trans, and it might just be because it's open. You know. You want to drive it?
In the trans? Yeah, let me drive it.
All right. Alright, so there was the first drive. Pretty much as far as the car coming together to be able to be driven, everything went well. Like I said, just had issues with the slave. I guess the only other thing we had to modify was the transmission cross member from excessive. One side of the bolt hole just wasn't wallowed out enough, so we had to kind of wallow it out to be able to bolt all 4 bolts in. But literally, the eBay bell housing fit right on. Transmission cross member went on, except for the bolt fitment issue. Drive shaft went right in, the one piece, feels good. Shifter went in, just had to cut up the trans tunnel a little bit further up. So not too bad. The drive home, I'll admit, was sketchy. I think the following weekend with my dad, he helped me bleed it, put the headlights, taillights on. The front left caliper was still pretty seized up, so around like 50, it would shake really bad, and like the wheel would get super hot, obviously. We said screw it, YOLO, and did a one-shot drive home. So yeah, it drove home, very sketchy, but that was that was pretty cool. You know, $200 car. I think the manual swap was like $2,200. Like I said, I'll go over a whole video on those parts list there. But yeah, I ended up spending about $2,200 on that. I just want to say a huge thank you to my buddy Josh. He's the one that I kept the car at. He's the one that had the lift and helped me out, made sure everything was good to go. Also my buddies Justin and Wolfie, they came over to help us, and that's what allowed us to get this done in one Saturday. But yeah, here is the point where I get it home and then pretty much just get it cleaned out, nothing crazy. All right, guys, the IS made it home, surprisingly. Very, very surprised. I literally expected to have to like stop and figured it'd be kind of really sketchy, but hey, we made it home. I stopped by my buddy Dylan's house, just have him like look over things, see what he thinks. We solved the brake issue. Well, not really, but the caliper's still stuck, but I have the speedometer working now. Turns out whoever removed the clutch pedal, I guess, removed the ABS unit, little module that sits underneath the steering console. Plug that in, speedo works, ABS works better, but still the caliper's stuck. So I think I'm just gonna refresh the whole brake system. Let me show you guys how far I've got. All right, so yeah, pretty much got everything out. Center console, that's the old bell housing. We got the coils, the little spare tire thing, diff, just spare everything. I also got the seats out. Actually, I'm glad I'm doing it this way. That way I can kind of just empty everything, collect everything, and see how far we get. But all right, guys, fairly empty. Just got to pick up all these small bits and pieces. I think every bolt goes somewhere right now, so I'm just gonna save every bolt, empty it, and then we're gonna start vacuuming. So I don't think I'm gonna do any full details or anything. For now, just trying to get on the road comfortably. So, but yeah, for now, I think this is all we're gonna get to, and we're just gonna vacuum. So let's do it. So that's pretty much what I got. As you can see, I've got an aftermarket seat in there because the FRS seat that was in it just didn't bolt up right. I've got the passenger seat, and yeah, so I guess let me flip the camera just to show you guys. For driving, man, I got the Memo steering wheel in there because I had to borrow my buddy's stock wheel just to get it home. Shifter's in there. It's super duper loud. I'm not sure why, but I don't have any pops or grinds or anything. It's just really, really loud. Not sure why. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. The car drives great. Weird vibrations going at like 60 and then at 3,000 RPM. That's the only weird part. I think maybe that means motor mounts. Based on the RPM, it's literally just the RPM. So I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll keep an eye out. Like I said earlier, next video is probably gonna be the coilovers, and then after that it's gonna be the brakes. After that, a little bit of an exterior tidy up. That's pretty much what I got going. Really still need to do that manual swap overview, like just the parts list, cost breakdown, but we'll get there. But yeah, guys, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. I guess I'll see you on the next one, whenever that comes out. My bad.